which I hate that. Hey, you guys. Okay, thank you for hopping on here on a Friday night. I see you guys. Some of you are even later than 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I so appreciate you guys hopping on. That is everything to me. And I'm just so proud of you. I can't wait to get to our power hour, but I'm just going to go over a few things first. First of all, I just want to give a big shout out to the ones in the highest PPA right now, because I think it's important that I shout you guys out. So what PPA is new volume. Okay. So this isn't recurring customers. This isn't team volume. This isn't people enrolling under you. This is brand new volume. And I will say that my enrollments have been really high right now, which I love to be lead by example. I love to be leading from the front, and I never want to like stand back and be like, oh, my team's got it. Like, no, I'm leading from the front. So thankfully, PPA wise, you know, I'm bringing to the PPA. So yes. And then we have Jessica Calderon is our highest other next PPA enroller. And then we have Allison Sanchez. And then, oh, Allison, you just hopped on here. So we have, I'm going over PPA in order of the highest PPA. So Jessica, and then we have Allison, Mariana Casillas, Jeanette Martinez, and Tiara Tony. So these are the highest PPA, bringing in the newest volume. And you guys, that part of this business never goes away. So there's never a time where even the top leaders, you know, Katie, all of them, where they can just sit back and relax and let their team work. Okay, it's always bringing in the new is what's so important about this business, because look, people are going to come and go. Customers are going to come and go. Your team is going to come and go. So you are always responsible for bringing in that new volume. And that's why I love working towards trips and working towards these bonus trackers, because it really helps me to stay on track with how much PPA, which is new volume, right? PPA, brand new orders they've never ordered before. That's where this part really challenges me, because I see these trackers and I'm like, okay, I need this much PPA. I need it now. I'm not going to wait till the end of the month, because let's be honest, I did that last month and it is horrible. Okay. I never want to work like that again. I hate working out of desperation. I hate like being behind per se and having to catch up. So for me, we're in the first week of, well, we're in the second week now. It's the 9th. So we're in the second week of June. So my mindset is like new volume, fill the trackers, get the trackers done, because that way I'm not stressing at the end of month. So I know that my personal enrollments have been very high lately. And so I'm going to share some of the things that I've been doing to build that. But I want you guys to know too, like when you see people posting that they enrolled a customer, enrolled a promoter, or they're earning a trip, which by the way, we're freaking earning Vegas today, which is crazy. And that has so much to do with you guys and your enrollment. So I'm so excited for that. We are earning Vegas today, but anywho, it's just when you, yeah, I don't know, I went off on a tangent right now, but basically these are some of the things I've been doing to bring in these enrollments to fill these trackers. So conversations and relationships. Okay, we know this part's huge, right? And I think it was like about a year in, I started to really question the small talk part of it, because like my husband wasn't on board yet and he didn't really understand yet what I was doing. And he would make comments about me being on my phone and stuff. And I was like, babe, like I have to do this. This is growing my business. But at the same time, I would look down at my phone and I was literally talking about the most random stuff. Like I was like going on with people about like, I kid you not, like weather, like their dog, like the most random things. And I was looking down at these conversations, and a part of me, I'm not going to lie, was like, okay, this seems like frivolous. Like here my husband is like annoyed with me being on my phone, and here I am having this like small talk conversation with someone that really feels meaningless. But let me tell you, babes, it is not. Okay, that small talk is everything, because the customers that are now coming to me to enroll as a customer and teammate on my team are people that I had small talk with back in 2019, back in 2020, back in 2017. These are people that I was just talking to about their life and caring about their family and their relationships. Whenever I see someone having a hard time on social media, sometimes people post a post that's like, okay, you can tell they're going through it in life. I'll shoot them a quick message. I'm like, hey girl, you know, I'm here for you. Let me know if you need prayer or just a listening ear. Right. And that means a world to people because they're going through a tough season in their life. And that season's not going to last forever. But, you know, let's be honest, we've all been through it. So why not reach out and let them know, you know, you're there for them. Yes, it will take a little more time out of your day. But if you're working this business the right way, you shouldn't be like on your phone 24/7. You should be working it in time blocks and answering your messages in blocks. So just make sure that you are building those relationships. And, you know, when people have big life events, reaching out to them, you know, hey girl, congratulations on your baby. How's everything doing? How's breastfeeding going? I saw that you're breastfeeding. Like, I remember when I breastfed and, you know, whoop de whoop, whatever you can share with them. You know, or maybe not even like sharing knowledge, but just letting them know that you're there for them. You know, hey, I have 2 kids. Let me know if you have any questions about this or that. I'm here for you. And that means a lot to people. And then when they are ready to join you, because they're watching you, okay, trust me, you don't have to put it in their face. They're watching you. But when they are ready, when the time's right, they will feel comfortable to reach out to you because you built that relationship and you showed interest in their life, who they are as a person. So yeah, building friendships, and who knows, that might become your next. I always forget that they're watching. Yes, Brianna, they're always watching. I always see everything that you're posting. And you can see that in your story views too. You know, if they're scrolling your stories, they're watching. If they haven't reached out, that's okay. Give them their time. Just continue to build that friendship and relationship. But you know, who knows, they might become your teammate one day. And I like to say I'm really close with my teammates. I don't get to go to like, because a lot of my teammates are in Monterey County. I don't get to go there often. So I don't get to do a lot of in-person stuff. But like, I like to say that my teammates can reach out to me if they're going through something, you know, or we've been on trips together, and that they can share things with me because I try to build that friendship with them. So you never know who's going to turn into your teammate. And that's why just caring about their life is so important. And the goal, you guys, here is lifelong customers, right? Our goal is to enroll those lifelong customers and then those lifelong teammates. So why not start to build that relationship now? So birthdays are huge. As you guys know, that's one of our APAs, but it's because you'll have no idea how many customers have reached out to me, and the only interaction that we had was me wishing them happy birthday. That's the only time we talked. So that's why birthdays are so huge, is because you are showing interest, genuine interest in their life. And I hope it is genuine. I hope that if you saw them in public on their birthday, that you would like recognize them and be like, oh, hey, it's your birthday. I just wish you happy birthday on Facebook. Like, happy birthday. You know what I mean? Like, I hope it really is genuine, because it totally should be. And this business should be fun and it should be awesome, like building these relationships, especially if you're in the building stages. If you're not making these huge paychecks, if it's not your full-time gig yet, if you're still building, it should be fun. Okay. Enjoy the time of making friendships. Also, I'm going to talk about trusting your timeline. So it is a process. Okay. And if you read any network marketing book, or if you listen to podcasts of the elites, right, the people have been in network marketing for 40, 50 years now, they will tell you it is a process. And that's why enjoying the process is so, so key. You know, sometimes you'll get on social media and you might see a leader from another company talk about how fast they reached success and how quickly things went, and oh my god, 50% commissions and this, that, and the other. But guys, guess what? They have years and years of groundwork behind what they've done. Their success is built on years of groundwork. And sometimes they don't talk about that, but you have to understand that they have been building relationships, friendships, reading books, learning this industry, learning how to work it, learning conversations and how to have them the right way. Even I'm still learning all the time. Every time I hop on a Zoom, I'm learning something new. And that's what's cool about this. It's like nursing. You're always learning something new. So if you want something that lasts, if you want a lasting business that's not going to shrivel away, it might take time, and that's okay. If you don't want to be an imposter syndrome, it's going to take time, because guess what? I don't feel bad for the income I make now. I'm 4 years deep. I don't feel bad that I make a full-time income here. I don't feel like, oh, my team's doing this, like, No, like I've been here for 4 years building. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to feel that same way. If it takes you a little bit longer, it's okay, because guess what? That's less imposter syndrome for you to deal with, because you're going to be like, you know what? I built. And you're going to see those Facebook memories year after year after year showing up. When I go to my Facebook memories, it's not just one, it's just not just two. It's 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, a post every single day. Okay. And so I look back on that, I'm like, dang, I was in the paint. I was showing up every day. And even when your life is hard, guys, life is always, I'm going to go on to that in the next part. But when you're running a large team of people, and when you start to begin to have a larger income, it does take grit and years of building. Okay. So just know that. And what happens when you do, what happens when you do reach your goal? What happens when you do make, let's say, 10,000 a month? What happens? What are you going to do? Do you know? Are you sure? Have you written it out? What are you going to do with that income? What are you going to do? And where are you going to be living? What are you going to be? What's your life going to be looking like? Develop those skills now. Know those things now. Know how you're going to handle that now, so that when it hits you, it's not just like, whoa, like out of nowhere, so that you know what to do with it and it doesn't shrivel. And so last thing is just showing up consistently, which many of you do. Actually, all of you guys that are on here do. And I'm so proud of you, because I see you showing up and you inspire the heck out of me. But you know, just showing up consistently every single day. So when you show up, when you post on your stories, when you show your life, when you're genuine, right? You're not copy and pasting. You're not showing other people's stories. You're making your own. You're genuine, and they don't have to look perfect. They can look brand new. They can look like you're a beginner, because if you are a beginner, you're a beginner. And that's the bottom line to it. So it's okay if they look beginner, because guess what? That person that's watching you is going to feel okay with joining you, because they're like, oh, I don't know how to do that. But then when they see your post, they're going to be like, okay, I can do that. Like, I know how to make that kind of story. Like, it's okay. But when you show up consistently, you guys, it shows that your shop is open, basically. Okay. Because we don't have a physical shop. We work off social media. So when you open up that story in the morning, that is like saying, hey guys, I'm open. That's your open sign. Okay. And so that is why it's so important to show up every single day, unless of course you're taking a Sabbath or you're resting onto God. That's different. You know, you're taking a day for the Lord, and you're building your relationship with your family and with the Lord. But other than that, showing up consistently every single morning and day is so, so key. Because guys, listen, what's the ultimate goal, right? What's your ultimate goal? 200K, millionaire mom. When you are there, life's still going to happen. Okay. Your kids are still going to get sick. Your husband's going to get sick. Things are going to happen. And life is still going to be hard, because we all go through hard things. And so show up now, because you're always going to have to keep showing up. There's never going to be a time where you're just going to not have to show up, unless again, it's your Sabbath. And so even as a top leader, you're still going to be expected to show up every single day, because you're setting that example for your team. So learn that skill now, find that discipline now, find a good structure and routine for yourself. I'm not saying to be on your phone 24/7. You can work this business within 2 hours of your day. If you're strategic, and if you're, disciplined, and if you actually like do it with fervency, right? When you do go to work, that you're actually working. So always have to work through life. I know, like in the hardest seasons, I see myself showing up, and my memories inspire myself, and they're going to inspire you too. So your memories are going to inspire you. And when I look back at the hardest season of my life, was when I was split up with Brandon and I was having a miscarriage, I was still showing up. Did it look beautiful? Not really. Was it inspiring others? I don't know, maybe. Even today in my memories, I saw a post of when I was just like basically encouraging others. I was like, chin up, buttercup. Like, and that was the hardest season of my freaking life. Like, I had a dead baby inside of me, and I was like walking around like, chin up, put your chin up, like smile, everyone. It's okay. Life's okay. You're going to be good. And that was the best I could do at the time. And that was still okay. And I was still inspiring people, but I was still showing up, and I wasn't pretending like everything was okay. You could tell in my post, I was hurting. Jess, no problem, babe. And so it was hard, and I was separated, and I didn't really want to post a happy post at the time. I just didn't. And so every summer I'm going to have to see those Facebook memories, pop up from summer 2018. But the thing is, when I see them, I'm inspired because I'm like, look at this girl. She still wants more for life. She was wallowing, crying all day, every day. And you could see it in my pictures too. But I wasn't telling the world that. I was just trying to inspire them through my season. So life is always going to happen. Even as a brand promoter, I was showing up. I wasn't ranking up to 4K. I wasn't re-ranking. I had hit 4K really fast and then I lost it for 18 months. But did I still show up? Yes, I did. And I believe I showed up like a 12K. I was showing up. People are watching. Okay. So your daily action means your store is open. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have. We're going to hop into work with me now with Jess, and I'm excited to knock out a power hour with you guys. So thank you for hopping on here, and I'm going to hush my video now. And Jess, I will let you take it away.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday night. Thanks for getting on. I feel like these night work with me's are very they're perfect for us. Like for anybody that's working. I know I work all day, so I can't get on the daytime. So thank you guys for getting on. I'm just gonna go ahead and right away get started. So what we're gonna do on a work with me for anybody that's new, it's income producing activities, and you're gonna hear that so much throughout any of the trainings, any of the Zooms, IPAs. You're gonna hear that all the time, and it's an income producing activity. So what that means is like, what are you doing to grow your business or to bring in more sales, or what are you doing? So we're going to go ahead and start with birthdays. This birthdays is usually done in the morning IPAs. So if you've hopped on the morning ones, you go on there and you wish them happy birthday. So you should have already wished them a happy birthday. So now we're gonna go in back to birthdays, but you're gonna go to their page, and usually by now they're gonna post something about what they did during their day, or a picture of themselves saying here's to 27, or something like that, that they're always gonna post about their birthday. So now you're gonna go in and say, oh my god, you look beautiful, or whatever stands out to you. So let's go to birthdays. And again, like Sue said, it's only if it's genuine. Like if you were to see them in person and you really actually like their outfit, then tell them, hey, you look gorgeous for your birthday today. You slayed it, or something like that. Whatever you would do. So the way you find birthdays is you go to your homepage on Facebook, and you're going to hit that little search arrow right there. You can see it. And then you're just going to type in birthdays. Mine's already on there as a history. So I'm just going to go ahead and click it. And it's going to take me to anybody's whose birthday it is today. So that will be on for 5 minutes, guys. And if they did something crazy or something, you can always DM them and say, oh my God, like that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try for my birthday. If it's something that you actually would want to try for your own birthday. And that's where the conversations start in the DMs. This is also a good time to unfollow people, guys, because if they haven't posted since their last birthday, or you see that on their timeline, it's just from their last birthday, you can unfriend them, and it's actually better for you. I know I used to be scared of unfriending because I'm like, no, I need the friends, I need the followers, but it's actually a lot better when you start unfriending them and making room for like people that are actually posting every day and um, that you can interact with.
I just let some in from the waiting room. We're actually doing birthdays right now. Jess, do you want to explain it really? Sorry, I just let some in. I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. Hi guys. So we are actually back on birthdays. So I was telling everybody that birthdays should be done first thing in your first IPA, in your first round of IPAs in the morning. You go on to birthdays on Facebook, you search it up, and then you wish people happy birthdays, right? And it can be a DM or on their timeline. Doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. Now that we're in the afternoon and we're doing maybe our second or third round of IPAs, I want you to go into each person's birthday and see if they've posted something about what they did for their birthday, or what they're wearing, or a lot of people like to post like cheers to whatever year they're turning or stuff like that. So we're gonna go in there and comment on whatever they did for their birthday, and then it's actually send them a DM if you like what they did, and or maybe even get info on like what they did. Make sure you're DMing them and getting them into your inbox right now. And then also unfriend anybody that hasn't posted since their last birthday, or when you go to their timeline, if it's like this year's birthday and then last year's birthday, you want to unfriend them because you want to make room for new people on there. And I know it's scary, especially if you're new, because I know I was scared. I didn't want to unfriend people and I didn't want to have less followers, but it's actually a lot better if you do that. Okay, we have about 1 more minute on this. Okay, now we're gonna go and move to our stories. When you go to your stories, I want you to open up your Facebook Messenger, and then you go to people. Oh no, sorry. You hit your own little circle on top, and then store. Wait, that's my story. Sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, so just go back to your stories. Sorry. I thought there was a way to find stories from Messenger. I must have lost it. Actually, let's stay on our messenger, and if you look at your anybody that's in your inbox, if they have a circle around it, interact with their stories. So go ahead and tap their story and look at what they're doing and go through your stories from there first, because these are the people that have been in your inbox, so show them some love. Remember that we want to skip thrivers right now too, so if it's anybody on our team or on a sister team, just kind of ignore them for right now. And then this morning on the Zoom, somebody said, sorry, this was yesterday. Jenna, she said, don't just send hearts because that's not really interacting. Like when people send you hearts, do you ever really reply to them? Not really. So send them an actual message if something catches your eye. Another way that you can interact with stories, it doesn't have to be Messenger. I've been doing that lately because I like to see the circles and the people in my inbox, but you just go to your regular Facebook and then you click show more, and then just kind of swipe down a little bit because it's going to be the first people that you interact with, and then start going through their stories and sending them some love. Okay, for the last minute, I'm gonna show, now I'm gonna throw hearts out there. So I started what do you call it? New conversations by actually conversating on their things. Now I'm gonna go and throw hearts on their stories because it still feels good to get hearts sometimes. Okay, that's it for stories. So now you're just gonna go through your news feed. So just go home, refresh it a couple of times, so it'll give you the more anything, and then just kind of scroll down a couple times and then start interacting there. Just on your regular feed. This is just your regular Facebook feed. And then remember what Sue said. Say something that you would actually say to them in person. Can't stress that enough. Because then when they meet you there and be like, hey, you were like this. Ow, my neck. My leg fell asleep. Sorry, guys. I feel like my feed is full of like food. I have a lot of food. I think I follow a lot of people that like to eat like me. And if it's something personal, you can also start another conversation like this and say, hey, I saw this on your newsfeed and I was just wondering if you can give me more info, or if you can give me the recipe to that, or whatever it may be. Like, I'm just looking at this big food thing. So you guys can just ask things like that too, to start up that conversation if you actually want to learn how to do that. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the chat. Okay, we're gonna finish this up. So get your last comments or likes in, heart them, and we are gonna move on to groups. Okay, so groups on Facebook. I will admit I am very new at groups. I wasn't in groups until recently. I started adding myself to groups. So if you're not in any groups, go ahead and find something that is you and that, like a group that you would actually want to be a part of, and add yourself to it. It does take sometimes a few days for them to approve you or stuff like that. But look for groups. It's the third button on the bottom of your Facebook, and it says groups on there. So all your groups are right here on top, but you can search right here and search groups. Like, I'm recently just got approved into this group, and it's about like budgeting because I'm in debt. So I'm trying to like, I really do need tips on it. So I'm like going through it and start interacting with them like, oh, that's a good tip, because it really is. Like, sometimes I'm on this call, it's called Budgets Made Easy. So whatever you're going through, find the group that can help you through that, or that you can help somebody in it too, like with your tips. So I'm going to go into my Budget Made Easy group right now and read some of their tips. It's a good one. Sometimes when you're adding yourself to the group, it's going to ask you for some questions. So make sure you answer them. Okay, I'm going to go to my soccer group for a little bit. It's kind of bittersweet. My soccer season is about to end, guys. So you can see me a lot more often on the work with me's now and the trainings. It's bittersweet, though. I'm going to miss them. Okay, we're going to be done with interacting with groups. Now we're going to start adding to your network. Okay, this is what I recently started doing. So I want you guys to think of somebody from your past or somebody that, like a relative that lives far away. I have family in Oregon, so I'm going to find one of my cousins in Oregon. So find somebody that you hardly see or somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, and then click one of their posts and then just kind of go through their friends list, that whoever liked that post or whoever commented on that post, find one random person that's not even part of your family. So I'm gonna find my cousin. Her name is. Now I'm gonna go to one of her posts. Doesn't matter which one, okay? And you're gonna go to their likes, right? So now you're gonna go through and just pick somebody random that that like kind of stands out to you, their little picture. So this girl, I'm gonna choose her. And we only have one mutual friend, so it's that girl. So that's perfect. You want to find people that are not mutual friends with anybody. So now, so if you go there, it's going to tell you who that mutual friend is. So it is my cousin from Oregon. So now I'm going to go through her friends. So I'm not going through my cousin's friends. I'm going through one of my cousin's friends. If that makes any sense. Like, you want to extend your following as far as you can so that you can see new faces. And it's not just like people that, like, for example, here in Monterey County, there's so many of us, right? So we want to try to keep growing our network further and further and further. So find somebody, but like I said, make it somebody that's not a thriver. Try to find like a family member or an old high school friend that like maybe moved away, that's even more perfect because you can get a hold of all their friends, and it's not that weird that you add them because you have that one mutual friend where it's only that one person. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding through there. Um, Remember to add people that you think you can have a relationship with. You don't want to just massive add. Actually, look through their stuff. I did that in the beginning, and it's like you just don't do that. It's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder to keep up with things. So just look for people that you actually vibe with and that you think would vibe back with you.
Do y'all mind if I share something while we're all working?
Go ahead.
So today I wanted to try something that I've been wanting to try for about a couple months now. I wanted to try like a clickbait because not really a clickbait. I did a live today about dating, like dating after divorce. So I know everybody's nosy, and I know people are wondering, "Oh, who's she dating? She's dating somebody." So I made a live today, but then I ended up like talking about I'm not dating anybody, but it was like, "Am I ready? Am I ready to date this and this?" And it had like 72 views. Like lately, my views have been super down, so for me, that was a huge win. And I got like a lot of interaction and comments and text messages. People say, "Oh, hey, what's up? This and this." But I got people talking to me. And I was like, I'm going to just start doing some clickbait. Like, man, I found the love of my life.
That's
Something like
so
that. But
cool.
I think people are naturally nosy, whether we want to admit it or not. I know I am. Like, oh, what's going on? I got a new man. Awesome. And so I think sometimes things like that kind of throw off your timeline. And so, I mean, obviously something that's appropriate that you may think is funny, but just to like throw people for a loop there.
Funny. You should be like, if you want to date me, don't forget to buy my pack. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And then throw Thrive in there little by little. I did throw Thrive in there, but it wasn't really to talk about Thrive. Yes, baby. That's about it.
It's funny that you say that because I did one earlier too. About getting I got myself locked out of my car with the keys inside. And so then I started talking about how you have to stay chill and you have to be cool, calm, and collective when life comes at you. And then I'm like, and if you have a hard time, I do have chill. If you guys want to try it, gotta throw it in there.
Yeah. It's all about the lifestyle, our lifestyle with Thrive in the mix.
Uh-huh. Okay, now that you guys are done adding, we're gonna head on over to Instagram and we're gonna keep adding because I feel like we're already looking for people. Let's just keep our brain there. But when you look for people this time, I want you to go to the discover button there, right? Mine is gonna be filled of things that you usually look at or stuff like that. Mine is literally filled with quotes because that's what I usually look at. So when you go to your discover, pick one that you like, doesn't matter which one. So I'm gonna see something that stands in your eye. The discover button is that little um magnifying glass. So you're gonna pick something from in there that you like. I'm gonna just I'll do this one because it has a sunflower. So then you're gonna go to the people that like that one, people that like the one that you liked, okay? And the people that liked it, you're gonna go through their stuff and add people that you relate to on there, okay? Discovers usually people from far. I'm gonna mute myself really quickly. Sorry, but keep adding like that. Sorry guys, my mom was calling me. So you're just gonna add people from the post that you like, and then once you add, find a person that is public, because remember when we add people, we don't just want to hit that follow button. You're gonna find somebody that you actually vibe with, and if they're public, um, find one of their pictures and then go through the people that like their stuff or comment on their stuff. And the discover page is usually pretty good about being random. It's not people that you know or stuff like that. So it's gonna be very random, and you might find people from somewhere else. And if you don't find anybody that you vibe with on that like, it's okay to go back to the discover and find a different post and see who commented on those. Kind of the comments are a little bit better than the likes because a lot of people will mass like. But if you look through the actual comments, you might find people that you can vibe with, that you can add to grow your business. We're adding through here, but while you continue to add, I'm just going to give you guys another tip. I know a lot of people, if you get on the work with me, they will say find with hashtags. It's a great way to add to your network too. Right now we're just trying this, but usually you can hashtag, like I did one the other day that was called on go mode because I'm always on go mode. um, so you just search up there, and then it's going to take you to that hashtag. You click it, and then you will see like different people on there, and you can also add through there. Okay, just giving you guys some other tips, but right now we're just adding from your discover page on anything that popped out to your that popped out to you. Click it and see the comments and add from there. Add the people from there that you think you're gonna vibe with, because they're liking the same things that you would like. So I feel like that's a good way to find that connection. Okay, our 5 minutes are up, so we're gonna stop adding. Now we're gonna go into stories. So the way we're going to interact with stories is going to be different today. We're not just going to interact on our stories up here. Usually a good tip that they say is scroll to the end and find somebody, but today instead what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click your profile, and you're going to click your followers, not following. You're going to click the followers, the people that are following you. So go ahead and click that, and then it's going to give you all the people that recently started following you. So go ahead and click them and if they have a story, it's a circle around their name. So go ahead and interact with people that started following you on their stories, because this means that they're new to your page. You want to show them that they're welcomed. Also, if you don't follow them back, guys. It's a perfect time to follow back. I don't know. If your page is not public, it should be public. Make your page public so that people can see your stuff without having to approve you. Um, You might have some silent stalkers out there that really want to know about the products but are afraid to add you even as a friend. So make sure your stuff is public, and then you'll notice that people start following you. Make sure you follow them back if you vibe with them. It's okay to not follow back. That's totally fine too. I have started to be a little bit more picky about who I'm following back now, only because my timeline will fill up with stuff, and I want to focus on showing attention to the people that I'm trying to grow a relationship with.
Can I share something really quick?
Yeah.
So I know like about like on a previous company and stuff, I've heard about like the private and everything. Something what I do, and it has worked some like goes on and off depending of like the stamp of like how many people I was able to look for and everything and follow. But I put my account throughout the week because I have a 9 to 5 job. I put my account on private.
Oh, okay.
And then on the weekends, on like Thursday, I put like my weekend like Thursday, Friday at like Thursday night, I put it public. And then I have it public throughout the whole weekend because a lot of people are off work and a lot of people are more now in social media because a lot of my people have 9 to 5 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing that. And then you could start seeing like even throughout the weekend, I don't know when I have it muted, like it's private, a lot of people are adding me and you're like, they're looking at it like, well, who was this person that added me? So then that you start seeing people add you out of nowhere because they saw it open and then they can't see it open. So the
Yeah.
minute that you have it public, they can see it without following you. But then when you block it and take it away from them, it's like taking a candy from a baby. I
Yeah.
look at it that way. So I alternate back and forth. Like I don't just keep it public. I just go back and forth and alternate. The same thing goes with like Facebook posts. I very minimal put a lot of posts public. All
Oh,
I
okay.
put public is a bunch of like funny posts or TikToks or whatever with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
Anything business wise, I put it private. So
Oh,
then you will add me and you're like, oh, she's so crazy and everything. And then out of nowhere, when you go into my live, then you see my whole business.
yeah. Oh, that's
So it's
cool.
just having to take candy from a baby if you look at it.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. It's just kind of like what Allison said about titling it something and then kind of throwing in a little bit of your business. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to try it this week. And you know, guys, the beauty of the business is that you can try things one week and like how you're saying it's working for you, Natalie, continue to do that. And let's say if I try it doesn't work for me, then next week I just won't do it. You know, it's so cool that you can try all these different things and you're getting nicks and crannies from different people. I love it. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so now we are gonna go to our feed. So now we're done with stories from our following, right? So now we're gonna go to our feed. Just scroll down. You can swipe up a few times to try to get to the people that you least interact with. But I'm just gonna scroll through. Remember to skip thrivers right now. What I've been doing, guys, while you guys do this, what I've been doing is that I've been setting up. You know how we have power hours for our IPAs throughout the day. And I learned this from, I don't remember who, it might have been Jenna. She said during the day, you should be in your DMs. It should be in the morning. Like your power hours is for doing everything that we're doing now. And then when you're not on your phone, it should be like either your DMs, you're answering people back or doing stuff like that. And that's when I actually go through and like love on you guys. Like I feel like there should be some time also to squeeze in love to you guys because I love you guys. I like your guys' stuff too. So make sure you do that too. If you want to still stay connected, you can also give yourself a time block, a good, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to just love on everybody else if that's what you like to do. I like to do that. So since we're skipping them now, just know later I'll go back to it. But for now, just continue skipping them. It's okay. We won't get mad or sad. We're in bonus season. And if you see stuff on your timeline that you don't vibe with, don't forget to unfollow. Unfollow. I was afraid of the unfollow button for a long time, and then I realized it's okay to unfollow. Remember, guys, to actually comment stuff, okay? Don't just like them if you relate. Brianna, can I just say you are like the real queen? Reels. I've been like seeing your reels are popping up. I'm skipping them now, but I'll go back. I'm looking at them and I'm like, dude, you're on it, girl. You go. Okay, we have one more minute of interacting on your news feed. Okay, we're gonna be finishing up. That is all I have. I do want to tell you guys that if you haven't posted today, make sure you go and post. It doesn't matter what time it is. Last time um I was I was really self-reflecting and I'm like, hey, I haven't posted in like a week. Like, how are people even gonna know? Like, stay close to the fire. Definitely is a big, big, big key. These work with me's, they really do help you. Like, I noticed, and it, I still do that myself when I'm at work. Like, if I catch myself on my break, I'll go and like I'll do 5 minutes of adding people, or five, not really adding, but I'll do like 5 minutes of like stories or stuff like that. So just find the little nicks and crannies of your time and get on these if you do have a chance, because it's so much better when somebody's telling you do this, do that, instead of like running like a chicken without a head. It's so much better to like, at least for me, it helps me so much being on the work with me, because people are telling me do this right now and I'm like, okay, do this, do that right now, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And when I'm not on them, it's like kind of like, okay, what am I gonna do right now? For I have like 2 minutes to spare, what am I gonna do, you know? But anyways, that was it. Thank you guys for getting on. So do you have anything you want to say? I'm gonna mute myself.
No, I'm pretty much good. Thank you. That was an amazing power hour. Knocked out so much work, and I did record, so I'll be uploading to my YouTube and sharing it in the team chat. So have an amazing Friday night. Thank you so much, Jess. Have a good one, you guys. Oh, do you want to snap a quick picture? I'm gonna snap one really quick. I didn't get one yet for my Instagram, so go ahead
Can you
and
send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's gonna be more of a video than a picture. So wait, who said that?
Me, Natalie, that's fine. Just send it to me.
Okay. Lick my girls hopping on a Friday night. Whoop whoop. So proud of you guys. Such a great power hour with Jess. Thank you. Have a good night, you guys. Okay.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you. Bye, you guys.
Bye.